Hi guys. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. What's the matter, buddy? Hey? What's the matter?
Oh. I can hear you.
Yeah, I think I'll have to play with it tomorrow.
Oh, that's it. You just wanted to do a test to make certain it's working, and you're finding out that it's working now.
Yeah, it's working, but I don't know how to do the put the connect. Like it was, the phone was working, but I couldn't get it to connect properly or something. So, but here's my. I don't know how much you can see of it, but I've done this bit here.
Well, it's looking really good.
Not that you can see much of it, but yeah.
It's looking really good. How far did you get? Like, how much of it did you do already?
Well, the bit that's coloured.
So basically the black.
Black, green, yellow, orange.
Oh, okay, cool. I haven't separated the thing yet on mine. I got to figure out how to separate the part where it has the, like little squares. I haven't separated those yet.
Little squares.
You cut the squares so you can work on your diamond painting.
Where'd you go? Come here, buddy. Greg can hear my cat.
Aw.
Come here. He's running away. No, he ran away.
Aw.
He's a bit iffy.
Well, I did hear him meow.
Yeah, he's a bit iffy with other people talking.
Is he camera shy?
Oh yeah, and he's very much my cat. He's he doesn't like other people much.
It's okay. I don't have any animals yet, but we're hoping when we get our own home that we'll get to have a couple animals. My husband says that we might be able to get a dog and a cat, and the one thing I want to get is a Boston Terrier dog.
Oh,
I like them. They're tuxedo dogs. They're cute.
Yeah, they are cute. I've got to get a service dog for my medical condition, but I don't know how the cat will go. The cat's, oh God, cat's 11, so I don't know how he'll go with another animal in the place.
The cat is a leopard?
11 years old.
Oh, 11 years old, yeah. If you get a puppy, your cat might get along with it.
Yeah.
That way the puppy and them get to know each other.
Yeah.
But if you get a full-grown dog, I don't think they get along.
Oh, no, I have
fast enough.
Yeah, I have to get a puppy and train it.
Mm-hmm.
For a service dog.
Well, when we get a cat, we also plan on getting a bird. We want to get another cockatiel.
Be careful. Cat and a bird.
If you train a kitten, I mean a little kitten, around a bird, they won't go after it.
We had my mother used to breed Persian cats, and so we had a couple of Persian cats, and I got a bird or a couple of cockatiels, and like they used to fly around, used to ride on the cats' backs and all that sort of thing. They got along really well. But
Yeah.
I forgot to feed the cats one day. And,
So the cat fed on the bird.
Yeah, I went out and came back and there was only feathers and a drop of blood left. Everything else.
As long as you feed the cats and they are happy.
It only happened once, and he got the poops. But I'll tell you a funny story about the cat. It was when we were living in Tamworth, which is northern New South Wales.
Yeah.
We had a grey Persian, and like my ex didn't like much of anything that took any notice of me, so he didn't like the cats much. And so he yelled and screamed at it and threw it across the room and all that sort of thing. And things calmed down a bit, and my ex and I were going to bed, and he put his head on the pillow, turned the lights off in the bedroom, put his head on the pillow, and the cat peed on his pillow.
Did the cat like him?
No. That's why he went in and peed on his pillow.
Oh, that's funny.
It's so funny.
My husband is allergic to cats.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why he said if we do get any cats, they have to be outdoors.
Well,
Only because of his allergicness.
You can get those cats without fur.
Yeah, I'm not sure Jeff wants one of those.
What?
Well, they're pretty ugly.
Cats without fur.
They're pretty ugly.
Yeah, they're kind of funny looking. I
Yeah.
don't have anything against them personally.
No.
So yeah, I'm not sure about cats without fur. I've never had any cats without fur because they can get very itchy, those little guys can, and I'm not sure you can take them outside.
I don't know. I've never seen one in person. I've only ever seen them on TV.
I heard about them talking about it.
Yeah.
But
Yep. We had a meeting today with all the people losing their jobs.
oh,
And I think we can get them for discrimination because they're all around my age. So they're all old farts like me.
that's kind of sad that they're doing that, though.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for us to get old, you know, when you're old fart like me. It's a lot harder to get a job.
Yeah.
Looks like Greg's gone. That'll be good.
I'm not sure on because it's a fact that right now, you know what? When I moved to Australia, they one thing they wouldn't let me do, and it kind of saddens me.
What do you
They
mean?
wouldn't let me work.
Sorry?
They would not let me work.
When you first came here?
Even now, they won't.
Oh, why?
Oh, they will now.
They
No,
will now, but the problem is I still don't have the skills they want me to have.
What did you do in the States?
They won't transfer them over here in Australia.
What did you do in the States?
In the States, I worked as a Clerk 3 work leader.
Doing
That was
what?
something to do with the that was something to do with the, let me think what you can call them. I'm trying to think what it was that I did. I was a work leader, which worked with the, okay. I worked with, basically I worked in the vehicle department of the motor vehicles of the state. I was a state employee.
Like RTA, Jeff.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And my skills was a clerical work.
Yeah.
But they didn't count my skills.
That's a government job here, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a government job.
Yeah. So you're permanent resident now?
Oh yeah, I'm 100% permanent resident. I'm just hoping whatever happens in the United States, they do not try and bring me back to the United States. That's all. Because I'm happily married to my husband and I'm not leaving him.
Why would they send you back?
Let's just say when President Obama was president, he threatened to bring all permanent residents or anyone outside of the United States that moved out of the United States come back to the United States and live there permanently.
What for?
I don't know what for. I honestly never could understood it. He wanted us under the Obamacare.
Oh.
That's all I do know. And I'm sorry, I'm no way.
Permanent resident, they can't do that, can they?
No, they can't.
No.
Not when you're a permanent resident, not when you're finally living permanently in Australia.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That would be an illegal thing to do.
Are you going to become a citizen or are you just going to stay a permanent resident?
Sadly, do you want to know how much it costs to become a citizen?
No, because I was born here.
Let's just say it's expensive.
Oh.
Very, very expensive.
Oh, okay.
As
it should be. It's the best country in the world.
Oh, I love living in Australia.
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to tell you about Australia, I love. There's a lot of things in Australia that is just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so laid back.
Oh, yeah.
It is very laid back.
Oh, yeah. We're pretty easy to get along with.
Yeah. And plus, I love your guys' accent.
We don't have an accent. You do.
I know. I still have my accent from America.
Everybody around me speaks like me.
What?
Everyone I know around me speaks like me. I don't have an accent.
Yeah, but if you lived in America and you came here, for the Americans, it's an accent. For Australians, it's not an accent.
Once when I went over to Arizona to see a friend of mine, he lived in what was it called? Scottsdale in Arizona, and I went over there for a month, and stayed with
Yeah.
them. He was a nanny, and I stayed with the family he was nannying for. It was really
Uh-huh.
good. And everywhere I went, I didn't talk after a while, because everywhere I went, if I spoke, people would say, "Oh, you Australian," and they wouldn't leave you alone until you spoke to them as much as they wanted to hear the accent. So
Yeah.
whenever you went shopping, you were there for ages, because half the people stopped you to say, "Oh, can you talk to me, please?"
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, when I talked to my husband for the very first time, I remember saying this to my daughter, and she was living with me at that time. And I go and said, I don't know what he said, but oh my word, his accent, I love it.
Yeah,
It was hilarious. Jeff says, I don't have an accent. You do.
that's right. Exactly right.
So that's what happened there. And I was very happy to marry that lovely man.
And what about your family back home? Don't you miss them?
Most of the family I have back home, long story short, I don't know how to explain it. It was difficult.
Yeah.
It was difficult because they actually believed when I moved to Australia that my husband was going to kill me.
Which one?
Not your family members. Your friends
No,
at
my
work.
friends. My friends believed my husband, this
The one who
wonderful man I married, was going to kill me.
Why?
Okay, Jeff, you tell him. Tell her.
Well, apparently during one of our online chats, my wife said, one of my workmates said that you're going to chop me up and stick me in your basement. So I answered, don't be ridiculous. I don't have a basement.
We don't have basements here.
No, you don't.
And somehow or other, that didn't encourage anybody.
It encouraged me because I knew you weren't going to hurt me. I knew for a fact you weren't going to hurt me. That's what made it so funny, because it's like,
This is weird.
what is weird?
You see the things, number 6 on the list is
Uh-huh.
quarter circle grey.
Are you talking about when you're working on the diamond painting?
Yeah. You've got quarter circle grey and quarter circle green. And the colour,
I'm going to have to look and see what mine are in squares.
the colour is green.
Huh.
The colour of the drills is green, and you've got and I think it's the only quarter, and it's quarter grey on the. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sorry, it's just the light in here. It's all right. The light in here made the drills look green, but they're actually grey. It's okay, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I can't use my lighting here in where I do my diamond paintings because
Right.
the lighting. I don't know how to explain it, but my lighting won't show up.
Well, I've got one of these rings here that you can see in the picture. And
Yeah, well, with the old laptop I have,
yeah,
with my old laptop, I don't have that extra little what do you call it? The extra little USB holder because it got damaged when it fell.
all right.
So what I'm gonna have to do is get a so-called USB adapter and get one that has like 4 or 5 USBs to it
Yeah.
and use that on my computer.
Yeah, well, I've actually got that plugged into a USB, that ring light, but it's plugged into my work computer.
Who is this? ANIL King? Huh?
I have no idea. I didn't even take any notice. How do I kick
How
him
do
out?
I block him or get him out? Because I can't read what he's saying.
No, I don't understand it either. Here we go.
I know it says Ben, but I gotta check and see what it says. So give me a minute. I'm going to go.
No, it's all right. I'm blocking the user.
Okay, cool. Well, let me check.
There he's
And I
gone.
need to make you admin on mine. You know that.
You what?
Admin or not admin, but what is it called? When
I
you
don't know
have,
how to do that in here.
huh?
Because I don't know how to do that in here because all I've got is put user in timeout and block user.
If you're in YouTube, you should be able to go over to the side of the person's name, Rifka Craft Corner. Click on here. Do not remove me.
I'm not in YouTube. I'm in StreamYard.
Yeah, in StreamYard you can't do it. It has to be in YouTube.
But I can't see my chats in YouTube. Let me turn it on here. My channel. Oh, yes, I can. I couldn't before. I turn this sound down.
I'm going to see what this person said. Can I be experienced? Huh?
Huh?
In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of his posts, he kept saying in Turkish, can I be experienced? What does that mean?
I have no idea. I just deleted him though. There, you should be a moderator in there now.
Am I a moderator? Let me check. Let me click it and turn it around and check. Yeah, I'm moderator. Hey, I am a Smurf.
My first one.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was looking at that and I'm like, who in the heck is this person? And I don't understand what he means by can I be experienced?
No idea.
He was speaking in Turkish. He was speaking in Turkish and he was asking, can I be an experienced or can I be experienced, whatever that means. I think he might have been a not a bot, but a what are those type of people who just post and post and post and post and not listen to people? I don't know what they're called right now. What are they called?
I can't remember. Someone you
I
don't
have
want.
no clue.
You don't want them in your channel anyway. What are you doing, buddy? What you doing, bud? No? He talks to me all the time. I still only see your head. What are you doing?
I'm not doing much at the moment. I'm relaxing.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
So yeah, you only see my hair because in my beliefs, in the Messianic beliefs, I'm to keep my hair for my husband.
What? You got to keep your hair from your husband.
Yeah, my hair is for my husband to see.
Oh,
Yeah, that is actually my Messianic beliefs.
your what belief?
And I'm Messianic, Hebrew. I'm a Hebrew.
All right.
So I'm getting something from TSA for Hanukkah.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking very forward to it, actually.
I thought that was only Muslims and that didn't show their head.
No, actually, it is an Eastern. What is it called? They call it Eastern. But it's a Eastern, not tradition, but it's basically they have their hair covered mostly because of the heat or the sun.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you're seeing the very, very tip top of my head at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm just so thankful for everyone who's I mean, I'm thankful for our you know what I mean. I'm here. Give me a moment. I know what I'm trying to say. But I'm very, very thankful for I'm trying to think what it is I'm trying to say.
Collab.
Our collab that we have.
Yeah.
And I'm actually happy that we're both in Australia.
Yeah, it's good. This is good too, just chatting to somebody while I'm doing this.
Yeah. I love doing my collabs with everybody and working together at reaching our goals.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where'd you go, buddy? Come here, mate. Come on. You keep running away from me tonight for some reason. Come on. It's the camera.
No clue why.
The camera's on, I think. Not to worry. He'll come and snuggle up to me when I go to sleep.
So yeah, I'm looking very forward to our collab. It's getting exciting because I will be giving out prizes. You do know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, from when I talked to Rachel, she's going to be giving us an what is it called when you do a prize?
A gift card?
A final prize. She's going to be given something in it.
Oh, okay.
And then I always make one of my mini things, like a mini cover minder or something,
Okay.
as like mini prizes. And when we get to the final, when we're finished with our collab, they get the final prize.
Yep.
You remember when you were watching, you probably weren't in there. You might have been in there when I was asking everyone for numbers.
Yeah.
That was for a prize.
Yeah.
And that was for the final prize.
Oh, okay. I was working, so I wasn't paying 100% attention.
Not a problem. Wow. So yeah, I'm like I said, when I sent you that message, I was like, I am so thankful you came up to the plate, because I kind of felt,
I didn't see any message from you. I was just coming in.
I know when you came in, I
Yeah.
just got not a message, but I was trying to figure out where Mallory went, and I sent her a message, are you ready to do our collab? And she never answered me. So what happened was Rachel went and sent a message to Mallory. Jeff thinks she might have been hacked. I don't know if she had or not. She's done this before. Anyways, so I was asking Mallory, do you want to start a collab or not? And she never answered me. And I was just starting, I was starting to get everything ready for it. You know how I am. I
Yeah.
was, you saw what I was doing when suddenly I didn't have a collab partner at all.
Yeah.
And that's when 2 minutes, right when you came in, I was like, I needed my collab. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then just when you came in, this is 2 minutes, just when you came in is when we realized that I was sort of stood up.
Yeah.
And that is when you took the plate.
Okay.
And I am more than thankful for it.
Yeah. Well, I just came in.
Well, you
because
always come in my lives. I've noticed that all the time. You come in my live saying hi. I'm
if I can, if I can't, I
yeah,
don't.
if you can.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful to actually have you in my lives, because to actually have you right there, it was like Yahweh opened the door where we could do our collab.
Yeah.
And I think you and I agree on the time. The time frame was perfect for us too.
Yeah.
And don't worry, I will be doing our collab. I won't be skipping out on anyone. It wasn't really my fault for going into the hospital, but
Oh. 414.
so yeah, I felt really bad that I had to go into the hospital, but I had to.
Yeah. When you do, you do.
I had to, because if I didn't, long story short, I'm not sure how to explain it.
Yeah. Well, the same thing happened to me last year. I had to take 3 months off work, which was long service leave, to look after Mum. She was very sick. And
Yeah.
Dad was too old. Dad's too old to sort of, like, he looks after her most of the time, but there's a lot of things he can't do. So I got a letter from the doctor and took 3 months long service leave from work and was looking after her. And my first day back at work, I wasn't feeling very well before I went to work. And when I went up the lift and got out into reception, I passed out. And they had me, I was throwing up blood and everything. They had me on life support for a few days. And work weren't very happy about it, but that's what happens.
Well, I couldn't do it. That's how I felt, is like when I was what triggered me to go and get surgery in the first place was because I had a obstruction in the intestine.
Yeah.
And I had to go to the hospital for that time. And everyone, well, my husband knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not going to let you, I can't think what he said originally. Honey, can you help me here? Jeffrey, my loving husband.
Okay.
Can you help me here? I can't remember what I was talking about. About the
Why you went for surgery?
Why I went for surgery. And my husband's like, well, you need to take care of yourself. And he was really angry with how everyone how Toowoomba treated me. So it's like, I don't know what to do.
How who treated you?
Oh, they didn't treat me very well. Not in Toowoomba.
Oh.
So we went to a private surgeon.
Oh, okay.
And he was quick in taking care of me.
Yeah.
I would say I was in surgery very quick.
I just think they weren't skilled enough.
The ones in Toowoomba? No, they weren't skilled enough. Not for what?
One person wanted to and the other one said no.
One person wanted to and the other person said no. That's what happened. And I was like,
well, it's only a little hospital, isn't it, Toowoomba?
well, the one in Toowoomba, I mean, it's a good hospital, but
it's only a small one though, isn't it?
Yeah.
3860.
So, long story short, we went to the Toowoomba hospital, and they took care of me. And not the Toowoomba hospital. I mean the private hospital. They took care of me, and I had my surgery, and it turned out okay. I can tell you, I am not hurting as much.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm healing. So yeah.
If you want to be fair to the people in Toowoomba, you were inflamed at the time.
I was actually inflamed at the time.
You were what?
Inflamed.
Oh, okay.
I had an inflammation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so to give more details on the reasoning, number one, Toowoomba's a public hospital, public system.
Yeah.
And the surgeon that my wife saw first said, yep, we can do this, we can open you up, we can push this. But the chief surgeon said, well, no, she's still a little bit overweight for what we like. And also said that we have an inflammation here. We don't want to do it now because there's a chance that she'll have to come back and do it again.
Oh, my God.
So we went over to a private surgeon, and he says, we have to take care of it now. It's incarcerated, and it needs to be taken care of now. He wanted to see me actually a week before, but they couldn't get the surgery done until the week after.
Yeah, so that was the problem. If we'd waited on the public system, we don't know how long it would have been.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to
So-
take, I had my gall out, I had to wait, but I was lucky it was only a couple of weeks.
So I went to a private surgeon.
That would have cost you a fortune.
Well, it did and it didn't, if that makes sense. What happened was it did cost a little bit. My husband and I admit that it did, but it was actually a good cost because it was taken care of pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Compared to what the other surgeon did before.
Yeah. Well, you know Pippa. Do you know her story? She's had it on her, you know, Pippa Brown.
Yeah, I know Pippa.
Yeah,
I know she lives over in Tasmania.
Yeah, she's got to have. I met her when I was on a cruise that went through Tasmania. She's very nice. But she has to have back surgery, and she has to take it out of a superannuation because she's public. You know, she hasn't got private health either.
Well, that's what happened with me and my husband. We had to go through a private system of I don't know how to explain it other than that. We had to go through.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So we did go through a private. We went through not a private, but we went through a public system, not public, private system.
Yeah.
And they will pay me back 700 and 200. 700 from the surgeon and 200 from the anesthetist.
Anesthetist, yeah.
Yeah, that word. I suck at those words. Saying those words are so hard.
When you've been in and out of hospital as much as I have, you sort of get used to them.
So I went to the yeah. And I'm very thankful for what they did do.
Yeah.
Because going through Dr. Stephen Allison, he's a very good surgeon. And oh my word, if you look at my my sutures, they're beautiful. He did a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah, some are good sewers, some aren't.
Not that Toowoomba is bad. It's just they didn't take care of me right away.
No,
And we don't know how long they would have taken.
No, they have a waiting list, the same as all the other public hospitals. And it depends on how urgent they think your surgery is as to where you get on the list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the surgeon we went through thought it was quite important.
Yeah. And also with COVID, I saw on the news tonight, when I was watching the news, all of the waiting lists, because they call it elective surgery, all the waiting lists for elective surgery is so long at the moment because they weren't allowing people in to have operations in case they needed them for sick COVID patients. So the waiting list is huge now.
I honestly think it's kind of crazy the what's going on in this world right now.
Yeah, me too. Because why can't Americans do what we've done? I mean, we haven't had any cases for such a long time. Like really
Exactly. But the thing is, they don't do it that way. They want to do it their way. And seriously,
Well, obviously,
I'm not sure how you feel. I'm not sure who you like or not like. But for me, I'm actually vouching for the current president. Only reason why is he actually has a love for Israel. That's the only reason. Any other reason, I would not.
Well, that's not.
And he's pro-life. He's for life.
He's pro what?
He's pro-life. He's for life. He's for life of babies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is one of the main reasons. Now, if you're a Messianic or even if you're a Christian, you would want to try and save the babies.
But we don't think he's a nice man.
But we don't think he's a nice man. Okay, we never said he was a nice man.
No, you don't have to like
But
him.
he's a better president than President Obama ever was.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
President Obama was pure Muslim. Well, actually, he was more than that, but yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know whether. I don't know whether he could be because he ordered the bomb strikes over there.
Yeah, he even to this day, he forced people to do this. Give me a minute. I'm trying to think of it. He actually on the what are they called? Help me here. I'm trying to think. He even made everyone stay in Afghanistan or wherever they were supposed to stay. That was President Obama for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think he would be pro-Muslim because they're all Muslims over there. So he was bombing Muslims.
No, he bowed down to a Muslim. I'm not sure what he's called, but yeah. There's proof of that. The king of Saudi Arabia.
I don't know about the Ayatollah. He might have.
I don't know what he did with the Ayatollah or if he did anything with the Ayatollah.
Well, they say he was Muslim anyway, Obama, but whether you can believe that or not's another thing.
But that's just my experience with the man.
Trump's not
with
a very nice man, but he's done
what?
a good job. Trump isn't a very nice man, but
I know he's not a very nice man, but he's done a lot more for the country than other presidents done.
Yeah.
He even walked in a pro-life, not abortion.
Yeah.
Pro-life.
Yeah.
He walked with the pro-lifers.
Yeah.
And he changed the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I mean that was a good move on his part, but and you already know there is voters fraud in America.
God. Yeah.
Oh my word, is there voters fraud?
You have no. I watch a lot of true crime, and there's one guy that I listen to. His name's Ryan Dawson, and he's actually living in Japan, but he's a native American Indian, and the stuff that he's been saying is just incredible.
Yeah. So my thoughts on the whole thing is I'm not too happy with what's going on in America.
No.
I mean, I'm originally from America.
Yeah.
And to actually see that happening in my own country, I don't even know what to say.
And all this, I'm sorry that if you stand up for Black Lives Matters, but that's really scary too.
Black Lives Matter is actually I won't say anything about Black Lives Matter. I know what I want to say, but
I know. Look, every life matters as far as I'm concerned. Black, white.
I'm main to that. I'm main to that. Every life matter, not just Black lives. Every life matter, even babies.
That's right. But Black Lives Matters is run by white supremacists.
Actually, it is done by the Democrats, to be exact.
And white well, they're white supremacists anyway, really.
They are actually the Ku Klux Klan. That's how the Ku Klux Klan came to pass, was the Democrats.
That's right.
They hate the blacks, to be honest. You've even heard Biden call blacks certain words.
Yeah, I hate those words.
Oh, so do I. So do I. I was raised to love everybody. I was raised to care and love everybody.
Well, my mother is 83, and if I brought a man of colour or a man of another race she'd kill me. It's the age group, and I think it all stems back to 9/11 when they say that the Muslim bombed the Twin Towers.
You want to know who really bombed the Twin Towers?
Yeah, I know. CIA. But Mum's racism comes out of fright. She doesn't know them. She doesn't mix with them. She has nothing to do with them, and so they're bad. This comes from her generation, because she grew up in the White Australia policy. So it's her generation, and most of the people of her generation are the same.
It's a sad story when you think about it.
Obvious, but that's just the way they were brought up. Excuse me. So when I was at school, I went to a ladies' college because we were fairly well off then. There was not one person that went to my school that wasn't Australian, like of Australian, like Caucasian. There was not one black person, not one, green or purple, whatever colour you are. There was not one. I wasn't brought up with them. But I'm not racist. I don't care where you come from and, what religion you are, and, a person's a person as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to say. I wasn't brought up to be racist. I was brought up by my parents. My grandparents taught me to love everybody.
Yeah, well, see, I was brought up on the White Australia policy. So that was the way I was brought up. But, as I got older and thought for myself, I don't care what people are. What troubles me is Sharia law. That really troubles me, and I'd hate to see that in Australia.
Oh, I don't want that to happen in Australia.
No. So I don't want that here. But if you're Muslim, you go and do what you want to do. As long as you don't hurt me, I don't really care. Hey, darling. What you doing? He's closing the drawer. Gee, touchy tonight. Honey. Here's my baby.
Oh, let me see him. Oh,
He's
so
my
adorable.
Yeah. Not
So
very happy.
adorable.
What's the matter?
Hi.
What's the matter? There's
Hi.
Buddy, there's Buddy on the television. See?
But I think he's camera shy from what I can tell.
Oh yeah, he won't go. He won't unless I'm holding him. He won't go on camera. He's not like
Yeah.
what's his cats that sit in the middle of her diamond paintings and stuff. But his paws are terrible. They're black. My veranda must be dirty. There you go.
Oh yeah.
He'll spend all night cleaning them, though. Let me see.
I'm just so thankful for everything everything's going great in my end of the world
Oh, that's good.
because I'm married to a wonderful man who treats me right, or we might be moving soon. We don't know yet.
Where to?
We're trying to figure out where we can get our home at.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to get our home, but I have no clue where we're going to go.
Still in Queensland?
Probably still in Queensland, yeah. Definitely probably in Queensland.
Yeah. Well, you know what they said why they didn't want daylight savings way back when?
Yeah, they don't do daylight savings time.
Yeah, but do you know what they said the reason why they didn't want to do it?
I think it's because of the farmers.
The what?
The farmers?
Well, there was two reasons when they were first talking about it. One, their curtains would fade. And two, the cows would get up too early.
That is so funny.
Because I remember when we didn't have daylight savings.
I never knew why there was no daylight savings time at the time, but you know what? I was so happy when Jeff told me there was no such thing as daylight savings time in over in Queensland.
I like it.
I love it.
I like daylight savings.
Oh.
Because I used to work, well, I still do work fairly long hours, but now, and travelling home was always in the dark. So when daylight savings came in, I travelled home in the light, so I still had some light when I got home. But now that I'm not travelling home at the moment, because I'm working from home.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it because there was still daylight when I got home. I wasn't coming home in the dark.
I actually like no daylight savings time because over the reason of the cows, I guess is the reason why they don't do it.
What a ridiculous reason.
But it's been very relaxing most of the time. I never could understand why we did daylight savings time in America. It never made sense to me. And when Jeff says, "Oh, we don't do daylight savings time in Queensland," and I'm like, "Oh, is there a specific reason?" Yeah, we don't. We something about the cows. I'm like, oh, so this. I found out a lot about what my husband told me about daylight savings time here.
I think it's great.
I do. when I was growing up, I could not understand daylight savings time. It was one, changing your clock forward and back was quite hard on me when I was growing up, and I didn't know what we would end up doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I've always enjoyed it.
It's always interesting, isn't it?
But each okay, well I might go to bed soon. So I'm up at 7 for it.
So,
Is
how was
Jeff still
daylight
there?
savings time for you when you were growing up?
Loved it because we had to be home when the lights went out. Sorry, when the lights came on. So we got an extra hour outside because it got dark later.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, see, we didn't have any computer games or anything. We had to make our own fun. So and we used to play cricket and tennis and all that sort of thing on the street out the front of the house. So we could do that longer until the street lights came on.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah. So it was fun. I don't remember having trouble going to sleep. Things like that people complain about. Because we played longer, I suppose we were tireder. So
I never, honestly, like I said, I never could understand daylight savings time at the time for me.
yeah.
But
Yeah, well, I grew up in a street full of kids. It was a very young neighbourhood, so there were kids my age everywhere. And I still, like, the people across the road, I still see from when I was growing up. And I remember the little girl across the road, Liza. I still see her as well, but she's a couple of years younger than me. She used to eat snails from the garden. Still remember that. She used to just go in and dig in her garden and get the snails and eat them.
I never had snail.
Now, she just used to get them out of the garden when she was little. She liked the taste of them, she reckoned. But see, we had a little creek across the road too from our place, and we used to catch tadpoles and watch them turn into frogs and all that sort of thing. But your husband might know. Does your husband know Costa Zoo, the boxer?
Hun, did you get to do the what?
Costa Zoo, the boxer.
The boxer?
Costa Zoo.
Oh, the zoo, hun. Did you get to do the zoo?
No, Costa Zoo. He was a boxer.
He was a boxer? Can you type that for me?
You know, boxer.
Yeah, someone who was boxing another person. Yeah, I know what that is. But I never heard of him.
Costa Zoo. Oh, no,
Foster Zoo or something?
Kosta. Z.
Costa.
Yeah. Costa Zoo.
Oh, Jeff, did you know a Costa Zoo?
You heard of
Is it
it?
on there what?
Costa Zoo, the boxer.
The boxer.
No. Well, he used to live across the road from us anyway.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So how's it going on the diamond painting?
Good. I'm kidding while I'm doing it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not doing it right now because it's, it's nighttime.
Your rest time. Yeah, well, I'm going to go to bed in a minute, so I'm going to head off.
Yeah.
So I've got to get up early for work. So I will say good
That
night.
sounds fun.
Yeah. I'll say good night, and I'll probably chat tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I will be online tomorrow with Mayhem.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, not a problem. I'll see you then.
See you then. Shalom and many blessings.
Bye.
Bye. Cool. That was